Okay, I get to do something pretty different, which is fun because I think novelty is nice after doing this many replays. I'm going to be reviewing an entire 5-stack team in bronze. I assume this is all bronze 4-ish. I'm bronze 4 Zenyatta, and my friends have been getting annihilated for the past 2 days. I think to see what I'm doing wrong to better help my friends. Me and my friends are basically new players. We started playing in October, messed around in quick play until we got on a couple days ago where we started competitive. Yesterday we won an 18-game losing streak. Wow, that really sucks, and only won one game. I know we just suck, but I don't know what exactly it is I'm doing wrong for us to get folded. This replay is from today, but I assume we lost for the same reasons we won on the losing streak yesterday, probably. And my assumption is that's mainly my fault for not being able to support my team effectively. We're all in the call together when we play, if that's important. Any advice from my friends would also be appreciated, but I understand it's not feasible since there's 5 of us. And then this player is Gohan Sauce, the Zenyatta. Around the start of the second round, you can see I'm not moving. I thought we already lost this on my phone. Okay, I probably what I think I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna do the sum of the first round, but I'm gonna do it from every single different player's perspective, so that way you can have them all watch this video and just sort of see, what my comments are per person. Because I actually think this is a fun, interesting activity. So for starters. And this is bronze. I don't know if this is PC or console. I assume PC, but that bronze, it's not really gonna matter either way. So I'm gonna talk about generally what the roles are, what you generally want to accomplish here, and how to do it. So we'll start with tank. Tank's the most important role. Okay, you only have one tank. Your tank's job is to create space. What does space mean? Space means take space and make it safe. Right now at the start, this area not safe. Okay, think as a support. Can I walk through this without dying? No. If you do this, you'll die. Your tank has to get you through this space. Then they have to get you to go all the way to the point. And if the enemy team is standing high ground over here, your tank needs to clear them off, right? Then on the point, the tank needs to somehow clear this space, like all this space over here, and the high ground. That's the job of the tank, okay? You might get kills along the way, but mostly it's just about taking space. So for starters, I would not play Rein with this lineup. I think playing Zen, Mercy in bronze with new players with a Rein is going to be a bad time because your Mercy is probably going to be pocketing your Pharah, and Zen doesn't heal enough. Zen's like the lowest healing support in the game. Rein is not a good fit for this lineup because Rein needs a lot of healing to do his job. So I think that you probably want to swap the Zen out for a Kiriko, a Moira, an Ana, a Baptiste, right? Those are all good options to heal your Rein here. Or swap the Mercy. But since you're running a Pharah, you probably don't want to swap the Mercy. The number one is I wouldn't play Rein here. I think even I playing this game would probably have trouble getting enough healing playing as Rein in this situation. But since this game's already been played, I'm going to try to do the best of what you've got. So for the Rein, you're going to want to come in, figure out what they got, and then recognize, hey, this is the setup. I have to take high ground away from them. Okay? So you probably want to try to get in here, get your team in, use your shield, come up through here, clear high ground. If they drop off early, great. That means you don't have to do this. Then, once they're at this point, we can talk about the next steps. But the short answer is I need to find a way to start swinging, probably at the Ramattra, building ult charge, and then using Shatter to win a fight. All right. So, let's try to play this out from the Rein's perspective. Comes up. Don't hold shield too much, right? I think that you could drop shield and start just moving forward. There's a technique with Rein called shield hopping, where you release shield, run, jump, and then hold and pop shield when you're in the air. Then you hit the ground, you release shield, you run, jump, and pop shield again. And that way you move at like 90%-ish move speed, but you can keep your shield up like 75% of the time. You can look up exactly how to do it. Anyway, your Pharah's died right away somehow by the Ana, so that's unfortunate. You're going to need to look where the Pharah died? Where's Pharah die here? No, just in the middle. Okay, so Pharah's overextended, Pharah dies. I think with Rein, you just have your Mercy res here. I don't know if your Mercy knows that she has res. I mean, you all look very new to the game, because I think Mercy's typically would just stand right here and res the Pharah safely. But if you're not going to res here, you should stop moving. At this point, do not advance any further, because it's going to be 4 and 5. So as Rein, just turn around and just come back over here and just wait. Wait for the Pharah to respond. So I think you're generally trying to wait here, but don't get picked here because then you have to wait again. That's what's called staggering. Again, don't let shield break. Just chill for now. Just wait for your Pharah to get here. All right, Pharah is almost here. Okay, great. So they left high ground already. Excellent. and you see the Echo is overextended, so walk into her. Recognize that your team is not that close to you yet, though. So you need to maybe not be too aggressive. I think right now the swing is fine, but okay. So you would have landed that swing if you did what's called, like, I don't remember the exact term, but basically you're going to tilt your camera in the direction of your swing. So when you swing, like when you swing, your first swing goes right to left as ride, then it goes left to right always. Right to left to right. Right to left to right. Unless you pause. If you pause after the first one, then you would just exclusively get right to left. But when you go right to left, instead of just looking at her and doing a swing, actually move your camera like this, because it extends your hitbox. And you can look up videos online why this happens, but it is an important Rein technique because that would have landed this hit right here where you're just barely short of hitting the Echo. Okay. Taking a lot of damage. I don't think you have to throw Fire Strike because you're taking too much damage here. You just want to back. Your shield's about to break. As a Rein, general tip is never let your shield break. Even 1 health shield is very valuable because it blocks infinite amounts of damage if it's 1 instance. So D.Va Bomb, for example, which does 1,000 damage, if you have a 1 health shield, you can stand in front of D.Va Bomb and hold the shield, and it will break your shield, but it will do 0 damage to you and anybody behind the shield. So really important to know this. Okay, you're down 1 again. Again, I think you really need to chill here. You have no real way of pushing this right now. Yeah, again, you let your shield break. Charging here is a terrible idea. Again, you're down 1. You're actually down 2 right now. There's no chance that you're going to win a 3-on-5. So don't charge. This is a mistake. Alright, charge gets telegraphed. They're going to push into you. Now you're in big trouble. By the way, you could theoretically run in here and get the... There's a Mega... No, this is actually a Mini. There's a Mini down there. Oh, there's Megas in here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. There's a Mega in here that you could have ran and gone. You're going to die. Everyone's staggered. As a team, I can already see that you're having trouble with staggering. So since you're a 5-stack, you should say, hey, I'm dead. Like, we haven't committed to a fight yet. Pull back. Like, let's go again. Especially on attack. Okay. So one thing is your Rein also needs a lot more patience. Okay? You're constantly walking in with your shield nearly dead. Again, I think a big tip for you is Rein is not a shield tank that happens to have a hammer. He is a hammer tank that happens to have a shield. So you should think of your shield not as, I'm going to hold the shield and let my team get picks. It should be, how can I use the shield to get to the enemy and attack them? That's how you make space as Rein. The reason why this team isn't afraid of you is because you just never walk towards them. You know what I mean? So like, for example, right here, you're going to hold shield, and they just shoot you. You're not doing anything. Right? So, again, very important is stand here, wait for shield to fully charge, pop shield hop, right? Hop, 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 forces them backwards. You don't even have to swing at them. Just jumping, they're gonna go back, I assure you. Okay? Or go this way, right? Hop, 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 hop. Definitely opportunities. Also, they're down 1, so now is a really good opportunity to push. But I would say in general, do not use charge to initiate fights. This is easily telegraphed. This is incredibly lucky that you get this kill. This will not work even at high bronze, so I would not do this. You also need to learn the Fire Strike cancel. So right here, bam, swing, and the moment you see the hit marker right there, do a Fire Strike, and you'll insta-kill her. Right, which is low like that. It doesn't kill 200 health hero from full health, but as long as they've taken at least like 10 or 15 damage, it will insta-kill them. Again, you should shield right now, you should keep yourself alive. Yeah, most important thing is not die here. Go back, your supports will come. By the way, as a reminder, when shield's up, you can hold right click and you can look in any direction, even though you're still facing forwards. Very, very helpful to look behind you. Alright, your team's keeping you alive, great. Okay, cool. So that covers the Rein section, right? So generally, I would say you need to use your shield wisely, and you should try to take more space. Honestly, you got super lucky with this charge. Don't use charge to initiate, okay? Just use shield hop to get towards them, and then push them back by your mere presence, and then try to hammer. Always be looking for opportunities to hit them with your hammer. Very, very important. All right, let's start with your Pharah next. So, starting from the beginning of the game, because we can already tell a lot of stuff goes wrong here with your Pharah. So Pharah gets excited because she can fly, so you're like, oh, I'm going to fly up there and start doing something. Boost. Don't just float here in the middle of the lane. you're way overextended compared to your tank. You see how you're ahead of the tank the whole time? That's not your job. Your job as Pharah is not to tank, right? It's not to make space. Let your Rein attract attention, wait till they're shooting his shield, then you can start doing things. Also, as a general rule for Pharah, floating in the air gets you killed. And I'm going to show you the perspective for the Ana as to why this is so easy. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, see? You're not as evasive as you think you are in the air. It's actually harder to hit targets on the ground than it is to hit them in the air. So, what this means is you want to fly up high and then peek, fire a rocket, go back. Peek, fire a rocket, go back. Peek, fire a rocket, go back. That's the way that you poke with Pharah. And then you give time for your ride to get in, and then you look for opportunities to use Concussive Blast to go in really quick and then get a kill. Right? That's the gameplay loop of Pharah, is again, poke, poke, poke behind cover, then commit, right? At the right time, at the right moment. Because just flying out in the open is going to get you killed. Definitely some aim issues here. It's not great. So you're gonna die over here again. Why? Look at where your tank is. This is your tank. This is you. You see how you're ahead of your tank again? This is why you end up dying. Because nobody needs to look at the tank because the tank is so far back. You're way too extended. You're overextended, which means everybody can just exclusively focus on you. If you waited until your Rein is like in their team swinging around, then you could do whatever you want. But you're going way too fast. Right? You need to have more patience. Yeah. Also, if you're taking damage in the air, stop boosting. Let yourself drop very quickly, because that's a much better way of dodging than trying to continue boosting while you're in the air. Okay, it was a good idea for Concussive, but I think your Rein dies here, I believe. Yeah, your Rein dies here. So your Echo's extended. Try to go. So again, you're going in like pretty deep right now, and you're just flying in the air, and then you're gonna die. Same thing, right? It's like the exact same feedback. It's like your team is dead right now. Just go back, chill. You know, wait for your Rein. You need to wait for your Rein to take space. You're like way too impatient. Once again, like you're basically the same thing where you're just floating in the air and hoping nobody kills you, but they're killing you every time. Alright, your Rein's in right now. You should reload. You have one shot. You should reload and get ready to Concussive Blast in. Reload. So right now, I use Concussive Blast on the ground to knock me up over them, and then I immediately start trying to kill a Kiriko. That's what you should do here. Right? You use Concussive Blast almost exclusively to push the enemy team around, which is actually not what it's typically used for. That is a good strategy, but I would say it's actually more important to use Concussive Blast for yourself for mobility. Because the closer you are to them, the easier it is to hit shots. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Is it easier to hit those two? You see those two heroes, right? That's the Ana and the Echo. Is it easier to hit them from here, or is it easier to hit them from here? Obviously here. So from here, use Concussive to get closer, because it'll boop you really hard and it does no damage to you. And then you can get a lot closer. And then you saw the Kiriko get knocked over here. You should have attacked the Kiriko to force Swift Step. It's lucky that you Swift Step right away. Okay, and you end up capping this, I think. Okay. So, let's watch it from your other DPS perspective. Slime Wheezy. What a name. Alright, same general advice as for the Pharah is don't overextend, but you're playing cover much better, so that's good, right? Just spamming. I think you should be thinking to try to clear high ground, but they've already done it, so it's fine. I think just play off your Rein here. Right? I would say your Rein is step forward. I think you need to step forward to at least here, right? If not there. You gotta be a little more aggressive right now. It's unfortunate because like one of your DPS should be playing hit scan the field Echo, but it's not strictly necessary, but it would be nice. I think you see how you're walking backwards right now? This is the wrong time. You need to be going forwards right now. Because your tank is advancing, it's really hard to hit shots from this far away. Yeah, there's nobody there. Yep, get healed. Right? Yeah, Arkham farther back. Yeah, now you got the right angle. So, another thing that you can think of is that you can use Concussive Mind to bounce yourself back up. It's not actually great in this situation because no one's gonna be able to heal you and the Echo will destroy you, but I would point that out. Again, try not to just spam space. Aim at heroes, right? If you're standing over here, you could aim and shoot at the heroes and force them to dodge. So for example, if you're standing right here, I could fire one to the left, one to the right, and one to the center. Okay, so like left, right, center, which will make it a lot harder for them to dodge. Versus right now, you just keep spamming space. You know, like no one's walking into this. It's obvious where your grenades are. Those are much higher season. Those are a much higher chance of landing. So you're also going to want to find an opportunity to use your concussive, but it's really hard from how far back you are playing. So right there, you fire one shot, throw concussive, and you could one-tap 200 health heroes. So that's an opportunity for you to insta-kill the Echo right now. Yeah. In general, I would say you're just playing way too far back. Junkrat, believe it or not, is a close-range hero. He's pretty bad at long range. Okay, Echo's got killed. Great pick. So, quick note, I think you want to aggress here, right? I think you're trying to use this to go in. The problem is, you need to be ahead of the mine. You see how the mine is like right under you, which is why it pops you backwards. If you walk slightly forwards, then trigger it, then you'll go forwards. Which is why you just get awkwardly bumped into the air right now. Right. This is a situation where you're like, hey, look, I killed the Echo. Tell Orion, go, 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 go. Just run forwards right now, because you have a huge opportunity right now. Yeah, definitely don't walk in that. Right, get the mini, great. Yeah, there you go. So, you saw the Sojourn go here. Where's the Sojourn likely to go? To the right. So from here, fire one grenade to the right, and then toss concussive. So the Sojourn will walk into this and instantly die. Right? Even if your grenade misses, the concussive mine, or concussive grenade, whatever it's called, concussive mine, will explode, dealing 120 damage and knocking her this way, which will probably result in her death. So that's a pick right there that you could have gotten, right? Because you knew that she was going there, right? Because as soon as you go up the high ground in a second, you see this Echo drop, you see she's going to the right, she either goes left or right from here. And probably not left since you saw you shooting left. So just shoot to the right, right here, along with concussive mine, and you can get a kill. Regardless, you should still be trying to push this right side, right? Especially since your Rhine is in. You really want to walk forwards now? Yeah, there you go. Good. Aim a little higher. Alright, that's basically it. Okay, let's do it from your Mercy's perspective. Based on passive observing, I think your Mercy actually probably played the best of everybody. You should be damage boosting right now. Heal now? Yeah, that's fine. Try to damage boost as much as you can. It's unfortunate. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Res. So go back, stand here, and resurrect your Pharah. Right? Very easy, free. Bring your Pharah right back to the fight. That's like the big slip up you do here is not resing. Don't put damage boost on a Rhine holding a shield. Right? He's not doing any damage right now, so you should be giving it on your Junkrat or your Zen here. Either one of them. Probably your Zen here, honestly, because that's not giving you any value right now. Just doing it to the Rhine. You're even getting a prompt repeatedly to res, which is I think is funny that you're not resing. I wouldn't worry so much about healing your Rhine here because your Rhine's like totally safe. It's already at the statue. I'd worry about healing your backline. You see how low they are? Because your backline's the one getting shot by the Echo and the rest of the team. So you actually need to heal your backline to let the backline get in. Though you shouldn't be taking this fight at all right now because you're down one. It's fine. Yep. On the Rhine. Great. Okay, you saw your there's nothing you can do about that. Pharah's crazy. Alright, heal backline. Great. So, as Mercy, generally try to avoid being able to see or be seen by the enemy. Because unlike basically every other hero, you have no way to directly interact with the enemy. So you don't need to step out here, right? You can just stand here and heal, or damage boost, or whatever you want to do. There's no need to do this thing where you constantly step out. Watch. So like you see you're exposed right now, you take damage, and then you stay exposed and you take even more damage. You could have just died right there. unfortunate. Okay, you use the res this time, that's fine. Don't go this way, because you can see your Rein is low. After this res, you turn, you look, you see your Rein's already low out of the corner of your eye. So your Rein, when he's low, is probably going to be walking backwards, not forwards. In which case, going to the right is going to result in him rotating this way, and you're going to do a ring around the Rosie. So the second you see this, you should be going to the left. Just understanding that your Rein is going to be backing up here. Like, that's kind of like a game sense thing. Also, you see the Rein's injured. You go back for him, and then you're like, oh, but the Junkrat's injured. But your Rein is in big trouble, or your Junkrat at least is in the back. You need to be healing the Rein right now. See? Like, you should be healing the Rein at this moment in time, not the Junkrat. Also, you need to be damage boosting right now, because your Junk is full health, right? If they're full health, always damage boost. I would encourage you to look up Mercy settings, because I bet you don't have toggle beam based on the fact that you keep releasing it. So there's a bunch of good advice out there for Mercy settings to make it a lot easier to play Mercy. Okay, so this is a situation where you should use Guardian Angel to pop up into the air and play above, because nobody can hit you if you're playing up here, but on the ground, the Ramattra, for example, would easily kill you in this situation. It's very lucky that the Ramattra doesn't. So you don't use the vertical element of her kit very much. You do a good job surviving though. Yeah. Pop Valk, I don't know that you really needed it, but I think it's fine. Just make sure you get the point, and you guys got it. Okay, on to our hero, Zen. So in this situation, the Ramattra's not going to die. Also, he's going to have cover at the statue. I would go for these supports up here. You see how this Ana is basically stationary? Right? You could have killed her at any moment in time. So number one is going for the backlight. Number two, you're holding the orbs. Great. If you go for the Ana right now, you get a pick. The Ana's standing still right now. You send them all to Ramattra, which is unfortunate. Again, go for the people on the top. Whenever, next tip on Zenyatta. If you can see a visible enemy, do not hold right click, only left click. Your DPS is much higher with just left clicking versus right clicking. So don't do right click except when you're peeking corners for like bursts, right? Whenever you can see, like you can see the Ana right now. You don't need to hold right click, just do left click. Who do you have your Harmony on? Nobody. Okay, so you definitely need to keep your Harmony on people more often. You're not using Harmony at all, right? At the minimum, keep it on the Rein, right? But ideally on the other support or one of the DPS. This is like a weird lineup though, but for sure, yeah, keep it on the Rein at a minimum. Right, again, keep attacking. I wouldn't even bother shooting shield because it's insanely strong. Oh, you're too low on ammo, right? I'm actually surprised that you can charge all 5 when you only don't have enough shots. So forget this, right? Again, when people are visible, don't charge right click. Just attack. Just discord them and attack. I would also look up rebinding your Zenyatta keys to make them easier to use Discord and Harmony. Reload. Yep, good. Now charge right click. Now charge right click, right? Because that's why do I say charge right click now? Nobody's visible. Nobody's visible right now. Reload. Charge right click. Charge. You should have about 3, and then fire them into the Ramattra and immediately activate Discord. No, see? Now you're charging right click when you can see him, which is the mistake. Yeah, don't face tank the Ramattra. Okay, and I think you end up capping here. All right, cool. So I think I gave a few tips for every single hero. I'm not going to try to watch the Nexus video. That'd be super exhausting to try to do all 5 of you for the whole game, but hopefully that's helpful.